Classic. This is definitely not the welcome that we anticipated happening, but nevertheless, we are here. Welcome to SuperClash, our September event, as we inch closer and closer into the fall, the spooky season, and yes, the ever so anticipated SoCal Pro Rumble happening next month. As Fidel Bravo kicking things off in a unceremonious way as the fans let him know exactly what they think about him. Former El Spirito is Fidel Bravo. And again, very little can be said about my lack of enthusiasm for this young man. The rule breaker, the degenerate, whatever you want to call him. Nevertheless, unfortunately, we also must call him our SoCal Pro Golden State Champion, at least as of right now. And I get the privilege of holding his belt and his mask. I'm so excited that he bestowed this honor upon me. Oh boy, his hats after the vest, you wouldn't believe. It's like I'm a regular coat rack over here. It's Fidel Bravo now kicking things off here at SuperClash. With Don Caliente on the floor. You were not joining us. The bell ringing for our start time is Fidel Bravo going outside. Don Caliente flies to the outside as Fidel Bravo looking the worse for wear as Don Caliente takes advantage. Bingo is Fidel Bravo getting a dose of his own medicine. Big knife edge chop across the back or the chest of Fidel Bravo. I don't know what he's looking for. I'm not sure if he's looking for sympathy from the crowd. He's definitely not going to get it from these people. These SoCal Pro fans who he has been vocally not a fan of. The crowd already on their feet. The standing room only as usual here in Vista, as Don Caliente continues to be on top. Nevertheless, though, you have to figure that Don Caliente felt the unfairness, that tilt of the scales, as they would say. And I'm not necessarily sure this is a very good idea for Don Caliente to be going and strutting on the outside like that. You got to figure Fidel Bravo's, the more time he has to catch his breath, the worse it's going to be. But nevertheless, you cannot stop that man's fire. The gyration in his heart is always going. Well, Fidel Bravo's asking me to dance here. What are we going to see here? Oh, let's just see how his moves compare. Yeah, but there you go. That's exactly what we expected Fidel Bravo. Big arm drag, followed him up by another one. As Don Caliente gets back over control. A kick to the gulch, and that will take the wind out of your sails for sure. As Don Caliente's crowd gets behind him. The claps are ferocious here at SoCal Pro as we are just getting started. Ladies and gentlemen, we have such an amazing event ahead of us. We have grudges, we have wars that are settled, the least of which, of course, are not inside the confines of a steel cage. That is for a hair versus a mask tonight as the mighty Tortuga takes on his arch nemesis, Eddie Islas, as Don Caliente missing with the knee. Connecting there is Fidel Bravo. Putting his arms up. Of course, you're not going to get the reaction that you feel you're going to get, but then again, that might be the reaction he wants. Fidel Bravo, again, not a very big fan of this crowd. Another one there, right across the throat. And I don't care how charismatic you are, you're not getting away from that. Fidel Bravo showing off his brand new physique. Fidel Bravo's been wrestling for, oh boy, at least 20 years at this point, and he is just getting more and more in shape as the time goes on. You take nothing away from his wrestling prowess, his ability, and his athletic determination as Fidel Bravo does everything he possibly can to stay in the game. He does a very good job of it. Of course, the crowd is not a big fan of his, but that goes without saying. Into the ropes now, Don Caliente back to the ropes, and a big old back elbow to Fidel Bravo. And Caliente has nowhere to go but the middle, into the cover, two. Only a count of two. short distance splashes into the throat now. As you can call that whatever you want. At least some people try to hide it, as Fidel Bravo doesn't even care. He knows he has the count of 5 to break that count. And he will literally go and choke somebody very blatantly in front of everybody. And that might be very well to his advantage as people get very excited and heated at something like that. Into the buckle, hitting the ropes. Big old forearm perhaps, yes, connecting on the left side of the face of Don Caliente. And of course, Mona, our favorite fan, Mona. Snap suplex, down goes Caliente into the cover. 1, 2, only a count of 2. Don Caliente is definitely feeling the effects of that as he is staying down longer than he had previously. Into a hold here as Caliente needs to absolutely hang on. Very smart as Bravo to keep him right in the middle of the ring. And really it's going to be the electricity of this crowd that could potentially get Caliente out of this. And if Bravo is smart, he's not going to let this go on his own. And that's what I'm talking about, these fans at this arena giving him the strength to muster up. Listen to those fans go as he gyrates his hips. Although not enough as, oh, I spoke too soon, as big lefts. There's the second one. Ducking with the line. Big cross with the right. Down goes Bravo. And again, as Caliente now takes back over control of this matchup. Big spinning back elbow. Both men down. Tip up. Don Caliente on his feet. And the crowd goes wild for Don Caliente as he seals in closer to possibly winning this SoCal Pro Golden State Championship. Spinning neck breaker perhaps as Caliente sets up. Down he goes into the cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. But again, we talked about that before. How long Caliente stays down is incredibly important. It is not just getting him down for the full count of 3. It's literally testing his might, testing his will, testing his tenacity to see just how much gas he has left in the tank. And right now it is nearly empty, but Don Caliente still mustering up the energy with the help of this electrified crowd to perhaps get to his feet. Still might even be able to seal the deal here. Perhaps going in for the DDT. No, Caliente reverses it, going in for the line, ducking the line, belly to back perhaps. No, big spinning. Elbow to the side of the face. Definitely connected with that, down with the sack of potatoes, into the cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2, and ladies and gentlemen, Don Caliente is still fighting with every single thing he has.
How do you know something like that? How do you suck this bad?
Into the headlock now is Bravo still trying to wear down Don Caliente, but Caliente again back up to his feet. Pushing Bravo down to the buckles, and if you've never experienced buckles, those very much hurt. That lucha roll into the spinning back elbow as Caliente missing with that springboard cross body, and this might give Fidel Bravo the opportunity that he needs to seal in. Very good as Fidel Bravo was pushing him in, but almost hit the ropes, but he drug him back as Don Caliente still was able to roll through, get to the ropes. Fidel Bravo signaling that this is it. This is the deal breaker. Is he able to put him away? No. Ducking Inseguri, goes Fidel Bravo. Caliente up, sizing up his prey, going in for the buckle, but no. Back there, Fidel Bravo into the cover, 2, 3, and it's over.